Good morning for YouTube and welcome back to Fern Valley Farm. On this channel we're pure country. Today what we're doing is we're making sure our bees got enough food for the winter, so we're adding sugar cakes. So stay tuned. Alrighty, Fern Valley Farmers, and welcome back to Fern Valley Farms YouTube channel. We're on this channel, we're pure country. And I want to start this over again. Alrighty, YouTube, and welcome back to Fern Valley Farm. If we're just meeting, my name is Vince. On this channel, we're pure country. Our subject today is installing sugar cakes to make sure our bees have enough food. So stay tuned. All right, what we're going to do here is we're going to install sugar cakes. I know you guys might not be able to see me. I got this camera pointed down on the top. We're going to do this kind of quick here. Usually you want to open your hives when it's a little bit warmer. It's not too bad today. There's no wind. The sun is trying to come out. My hives face the south, so they get southern sun in the wintertime here. But I want to get these sugar cakes in there. There was enough honey. They built up a lot of honey for the wintertime, but I want to make sure they've got enough food for when it gets later in the winter. And obviously when it gets really, really cold, I'm not going to open these hives. So I'm kind of doing this now. It's a little cool, but when I pop this, you'll see I've got my insulated inner cover on, which has got 2-inch insulation on it, or 1.5 inch. Which is, it's keeping it, and there's a vent hole. So we're going to pop the lid. We're going to make sure there's no moisture on the inside of this roof. And we're going to install the sugar cakes really quick. What I did, I actually made the video. I haven't put that on yet. I actually want to do that one first. But here's what the sugar cakes look like. So watch that video on how to make these. And then we're going to install them here. And actually, I'll probably put this video on after I do the video on the sugar cakes. We're all live here, people. We don't do retakes. This is like live theater. If we screw up, we just keep going, unless it's bad. Anyways, this is what the sugar cakes look like. I think what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to make them in a smaller pan, because these were rock solid, but carrying them, they did crack, which is not a big deal. I'm going to stick the sugar in there anyways. But go to you'll see this video on how to make these, and it comes out really, really good. It's really, really simple to make. And there is essential oils mixed in with this sugar. So I want to keep my bees happy and healthy. But that video, you will see it. So what I'm going to do, I've got a towel here. I'm going to pop the lid. You should be able to see this okay on the camera. So here's my insulated inner cover. I got 1.5 inch. Yeah, 1.5 inch. No, 2 inch. Right? No, 1.5 inch. I'm sorry. 1.5 inch insulation. I'm just going to cover that hole, let any more heat escape. I'm going to pop this. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that in there or not. You can kind of see the bees in there. I don't want them to come out. They're up on top. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sugar, which I really wish it didn't bust, but it did, so whatever. I'm going to take these patties. See how they kind of come apart real nice like this? I'm just going to take this and just set it right in there. I'll show you this in a minute here. If I take this off too long, they could fly out. So we're going to put this right in. Yeah, you should be able to see this. I'm just going to set these right down in there, and here come the bees really quickly, and they get really angry this time of year. They don't like you messing with them. Not that I'm afraid of them, I just don't want you to escape because it's cold out. I want to keep them in there. But see how fast they came to that? This sugar cakes has lemongrass oil also in it. It's tea tree oil, wintergreen, and lemongrass. The lemongrass is a natural attractant. There's a little bit of that in there. The lemongrass it mimics the queen's pheromone smell. That's what attracts the bees to it. So, and then the tea tree oil is an antibacterial, antifungal. The wintergreen is good for mites. So the oils are just good for them. I just put that in there. I am going to put. There is a video on these. I call these screen candy boards. If you go watch it, there's enough room in there to put a pollen patty on there also. But I'm not going to do that now. In the spring, I'll put pollen patties in there. And I like the way I designed that board. I'll try and open it again here in a second. But if they're all over the place, I don't want them to get out. The way I designed that board with that 1/4 inch screen is really nice. It's heavy duty. So that sugar case can sit right on there. And you can put the pollen patties right on it too. You don't have to set them on top of the hive, on top of the frames, which works. I've done it. This is just going to be a lot nicer. There is a ventilation hole up here which is blocked off to prevent robbing. Obviously, there's no robbing this time of year. One reason why you want a ventilation hole up here is so the bees could escape. I'm sorry, not a vent. I'm calling it a ventilation hole, an upper entrance. I'm calling it a ventilation hole because I have number 8 hardware cloth blocking that so they can't escape. So to me, it's a ventilation hole. But if you don't put screen on, it's an upper entrance. The reason you want to have that in case your front of your hive gets full of snow, the bees can't get out. But all you got to do is come out here and sweep the snow off. We had a pretty big snowstorm about a week and a half ago, and all these hives in the front were all blown. There was snow all blown in front of them. So I just swept all the snow off, and they were good. So I've got my upper entrance blocked off with number 8 hardware cloth. I call that a ventilation hole instead, because in the spring, when the yellow jackets start, because I'm not sure how long I'll leave these on, depending on the weather. I don't want any reason for other bees to get in there and help themselves to their food. So that's my story. So I'm going to see what this looks like really quick here. If I can open this and show you guys. Yeah, see the bees are all over it. Yeah. Let me see if I can do this. Put the camera here. I'm going to open this really fast, and you can see how fast the bees... Hold on. I know, we're all over the place here. People, sorry. See the bees on it? See how fast they're all over it. See, they like that. I want to keep it. I want to cover it though really quick, and I'm going to go down the line here to do the rest of them. But that's pretty much it. I've got, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go down go through the rest of the hives, put the rest of the patties in. You're going to see in the video how I made these. Let me raise this up a little bit here. You're going to see in the video how I made those sugar patties. I am going to tweak that idea a little bit. I'm going to make smaller pans next time, because I bought these. You can go to the dollar store and buy those pans for like $4 for $1. And they're just cheap little aluminum pans, but they work. But they're too big and wobbly, so the sugar cake's cracked. So I'm going to buy smaller ones, like little pie tins, like you would see for, let me cover that hole, so like you would see for, like little pot pies. Or I'm going to buy some good rubber ones that you can just reuse over and over again. Then all you got to do is pop the sugar cakes out. So that's it for this. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you like it. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate the support. I will do an update on this probably in January. We'll come back in January. We'll pick a warm day when the sun is out this way, and we'll pop these open and we'll see what they look like. If all that sugar cake is gone, I need to get in the house and make some more. But I'm not going to make any more. I'm not quite sure. They say it can last a long time, but I don't want to make them and have them sit for a month, month and a half. I don't want anything to mold. Because sometimes when you make sugar water in your plastic milk jugs, you ever notice they'll get mold on the inside of the jug, even if you put them in the fridge. So I'm going to prevent that. I think the oils, the essential oils in there will prevent the molding, but I don't want to take a chance. It's so easy to make. You'll see the video on that. Once you mix it, put it in the oven on warm for like an hour, it makes them rock hard. But I'm going to do smaller pans. So take note of that when you watch the video. I'm going to put them in smaller pans. I'll probably make a video on that when I do it. If I have to make more of them, which I'm guessing probably January, February, I'll make more. I'll do an update. I'll open it. We'll see. You guys can see what it looks like just when I see what it looks like. So I guess that's it. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.